Hi folks, this is Popup Church Millicent and I'm Paul Hales, and I'm in the Millicent Lawn Cemetery, as you can see today, which is a very serene, quiet and respectful and well cared for cemetery. I'm here because I want to talk to you about another cemetery, a cemetery that was visited by Jesus in his public ministry on earth. They had an amazing day. Everything Jesus did was an adventure. You got on board with him and you never knew what was going to happen next. And he said to them, let's get into the boat and go across the Sea of Galilee. They didn't know what they were in for. They got in the boat, began to head across the Sea of Galilee, and a big storm comes up. Jesus dealt with the storm, and then they continued the journey, and I think his mates suddenly realised where they were going, and they got nervous. I could just imagine that they were beginning to row a little bit slower now, because they were headed towards a cemetery on the other side of the lake where there was a madman. The Bible calls him a demoniac, a man full of demons. He was just insane. No one wanted to go there. Everybody knew about it and everyone wanted to stay away. This guy was dangerous. And I reckon when they got there, pulled the boat up on the beach, and Jesus went striding up that beach because he had a purpose for being there. I reckon some of his mates would have said, we'll stay here and look after the boat while you go and do all that. But off he went with a sense of purpose. He knew where he was going and he knew why he was there. He walked straight up to that demoniac who was, the Bible says he was naked and he was in chains, not to protect him but to protect other people from him. He was a dangerous dude. He was so wild, so strong, that he actually from time to time broke the chains, and that's just not humanly possible, but he did. So Jesus walks up to him, and this madman, this demoniac, begins to cower because the power of God has just arrived. Now what happened was Jesus performs a miracle, sets this guy free, and in a little while the locals in that area wonder what's going on. They come to look and they were amazed because this madman, this demoniac, is now sitting there clothed and in his right mind. They were pretty uncomfortable with this, so Jesus said, okay, I'll leave. And he got back and go to get back in the boat, and his mates go to get back in the boat, and the demoniac, now set free and perfectly sane, says, I want to come with you. And Jesus said, no, I've got something else for you to do. I want you to stay here, and I want you to tell other people what God has done for you. Now think about this. In that region, one man got a miracle. I wonder how many other needs there were in that village, in that town. But only one man got the miracle. But that miracle was for everyone. He said, go and tell them what God has done for you. The others didn't get a miracle, but they heard about it, they were encouraged by it, and there was an opportunity to draw closer to God because of it. In that region, it tells us that there were 10 towns. So 10 villages. This guy went around 10 villages. 10 towns heard about the power of God out of one miracle. See, not everyone gets the miracle. Not everyone gets the big experience. But in another way, everyone does, because the miracle belongs to everyone. Let's not get upset or jealous or anxious because someone had a good experience and I missed out. Their good experience is for my benefit, for everyone's benefit. God has a way of dealing with us all if we will receive it. Maybe you know someone who, with no reasonable explanation, got well. Talk to them, ask them, find out what really happened. Get the story from their point of view. We may yet draw closer to God through someone else's miracle. See you next time on Pop-Up Church. Bye for now.